Welcome back to Learn SKN, and today we're going to be looking at another Principles of Business Paper 2. This time we're looking at the May-June 2016 Paper 2 for Principles of Business, the May-June 2016 Paper 2. And so we're going to use this booklet with all the past paper questions, and we're also going to be using the textbook. And of course, for those of you who want to get hands on textbooks, past papers, that kind of thing, I've put together a little package, and you can see it in the description below. You can go and click on that, and you can obtain these for, well, not free, but package everything together, the syllabus, the past paper, the textbook, a lot of things together to help you with your studies. All right, so let's jump into this question one time, this paper one time. And of course, we know we're going to break them down. Each video going to be one question at least, and so we're going to break it down into about 4 or 5 videos for each question, so we can give each question the time that it deserves. Of course, before we start, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell. Let's just jump into it, stopping wasting time. All right, number 1. Janice retired after 15 years of working as a loans officer at a commercial bank and has decided to become an entrepreneur. So define the term entrepreneur. And so a very simple one that they always ask, what is an entrepreneur? And so, an entrepreneur is a person who takes the financial risk to start their own business. Right? Entrepreneur, the person who takes the financial risk to start their own business, the person who brings all the factors of production together to create a production unit at their own risk. That's an entrepreneur. But of course, if you want that nice textbook definition, entrepreneurship, the process through which individuals identify opportunities, allocate resources, and create value through business ownership. So it's the act. So this one is the act, whereas entrepreneur is a noun and entrepreneurship is the actual act of doing it. So that's a little difference there. So the process through which individuals identify opportunities, allocate resources, and create value through business ownership, or the process through which individuals take on the financial risk to start their own business. Simple. However you want to put it, anyone would do fine. That's 2 marks right there. Part 2, state 4 reasons why a person may start a business. Why you would want to start your own business, and there are a number of reasons why you might want to start your own business. And so we're gonna look at them based on what the textbook has. But of course, you can use your own words, and it's gonna be the same thing as the textbook. So let's just jump into what the textbook has. And of course, the textbook has outlined here reasons for starting a business, and of course, you have the desire for financial independence, self-fulfillment, to increase your income, to control your work-life balance. Now let me see if and of course self-actualization. Let me see if they ask you to explain, or they just want you to list what they say here now. State, just state. So you state using some sentences. So you state for the desire for financial independence. Persons may want to be able to control their money, control how they earn, what they earn, their salary, things like that. So financial independence. Self-fulfillment, you want to feel proud of running your own business, because that is the kind of thing that makes you happy, that motivates you. And so running your own business, seeing it develop, give you some sense of fulfillment. The same thing, self-actualization. Running a business allows you to fulfill your potential and make the best use of your skills, interests, and abilities and ideas. So that's if you look at Maslow, that's the peak of your motivation. Self-actualization. Now you realize, okay, I'm doing it. I'm carrying out my dream. It's happening. I'm using my talent to its fullest ability. So you feel good about that. Of course, to increase the income, you want to start a business because you want to get more money. Simple as that. Want more money? You start the business, because you can't really get rich working for people. You know what they're saying about that. And to increase the control of your work-life balance. So you don't want to be on that 8 to 4 grind all the time. So you start your own business, so you can wake up 10 o'clock if you want, finish 12 if you want, do whatever you want. Because basically, you are your boss, you run the show, you decide how your day goes and things like that. So those are reasons why you might want to start your own business. So you have all of them outlined right here, nicely, in your textbook, and so you state any of those 4, and you get your 4 marks for that one. Identify 4 stakeholders that could be involved in Janice's business. And so stakeholders are anyone who is affected by the operations of the business. And so you have your suppliers, that's 1. the society as a whole, that's 2. Your customers, that's 3. Your employees, that's 4. The government, that's 5. So all those are stakeholders that can be affected by Janice's business if you choose to start a business. So you list any of those and you'll be fine, because I don't want to say identify 1, 2, 3, 4, you get your 4 marks. So right here, book have them outlined again. You have your internal stakeholders, such as the employees, the shareholders. You have external stakeholders, such as suppliers, consumers, people living in community, people living in the wider community, the government, etc. So those are all examples of stakeholders. So you'll outline, you list any 4, identify any 4, and you're good to go. So relatively, so far, so good. Easy, so good, so far. So we're moving on. Let's see if it gets any harder. Describe 2 types of services Janice may be able to offer given her banking experience. So remember now, Janice was a loans officer. So with that come certain ideas, certain experiences, you're exposed to certain things. And so right here is a nice application question. We're not going to exactly find this in a textbook, but you have to use your knowledge and try to apply what you know. And so, of course, she's a loans officer. She was a loans officer. So what kind of thing you think she want to do? Okay, for example, she might be able to give, she might be advice, she might be able to give consultancy in terms of, credit and things like that. That's one thing she can offer, consultancy. She can actually help persons with loan application. So she can actually help you. So let's say you're going for a loan, for a business loan. She can help you with your business plan, those kind of things, prep you for getting ready for a loan, to apply for a loan. She can actually help you with that kind of thing. So she can offer technical advice in terms of preparing for applying for a loan. She can also do, based on the background, she might have some accounting in her background, so she might be able to do a little auditing, a little freelance auditing, things like that. So she might be able to do that kind of thing for you, because she was inside. She know how the inner workings of the business, the bank goes, and so she'll be able to give you those kind of insight as to what you need to do to get certain things covered. So all those are examples of services she may be able to offer with her banking experience. Of course, she can also be able to connect persons seeking financing with the financing that they might need. For example, she might be the go-to, the link between the business owner, the person who want to start their business, and the financial institution. She might be the go-between for those two, because she knows how it works. So she'll be able to tell, okay, this is a good source of finance for you, the type of business you want. She might be able to tell, okay, I advise you to go for 1 million, because 1 million might be what they might allocate to this kind of business, this kind of loan. Things like that. She might be able to help you to apply for grants, not only loans alone, but grant applications and things like that, because she understands the inner workings of the financial system. So all in all, her services will come under any kind of financial assistance, financial aid, financial assistant, financial advice, maybe money management, things like that. That would be her wheelhouse, as she was a loans officer. Alright, so you explain any of those 2, and you should get marks easy for that one. Then we have D. Explain 2 ways in which Janice's business can benefit the community. Again, very simple, very straightforward. Any business would do this. So you want to know 2 ways in which she can benefit the community. 1, employment. Straight up. That's one of the easiest one. Employment. Janice can now, because she started her own business, she can now offer employment to persons within the community. And so that right there helping the community, because somebody might have been unemployed, and so you have to reduce the unemployment rate within that community. So right there, Janice helped the community with employment. 2, Janice can now offer a wider range of resources to the community on a whole. Now, before Janice, maybe the only place you had to go to was the bank for financial advice. But when she starts her business now you have a variety. You can choose now. You have options. So she offers options to persons who might want to be looking for loan or financial advice and things like that. So now she offers other alternatives to what was there before. So she widened the scope of choices. She give you more choices to where you want to go. So that's the next way she can help the community. So employment, she give you a wider variety to choose from. And of course, Janice can help with community outreach, like sponsorships and things like that, because she's running a business, and so she may want to give back to the community. So now she'll be able to, offer sponsorship to students within the community, offer, different, just good, her PR, effort for PR, good PR, she'll be able to give back to the community in multiple ways, whether it is by kind or in financial assistance, anything like that. How much can she help the community? Of course, with any new business, you might have taxes, so increased taxes. And so if you're giving the government more taxes, then the government might have more money they can pump into the community because they get an increase in taxes from other small businesses, including hers. So she increases the amount of tax that a government can take from that community and therefore can give it back in other ways, such as, welfare services and things like that. So because she started a new business, she increased the pool for taxation, and so I can help the government increase their revenue, especially from that area. So let's go back up one, where I mentioned the fact that she would allow for a wider variety of services to be offered. Not only that, but she would also be able to enhance the services that are offered in terms of competition, because if competition come on board, now all of a sudden anybody who's offering a similar service, they might end up dropping the price or becoming more efficient or something like that because of the competition from this new business. So when you introduce a new business in an area, once there's competition, it only helps to benefit the community in terms of lower prices, higher quality products, being more efficient and things like that. So let's bring it all together for this last one. So explain 2 ways in which Janice's business can benefit the community. 1, employment in terms of giving people jobs in the community. 2, community outreach in terms of being able to give back to the community, being able to attract maybe more business to the community based on her service. But overall, sponsoring the community, scholarship, a festival sponsored by Janice or whatever. So that's 2, giving back to the community. 3, of course, increasing the tax pool so that maybe the municipal area can collect more tax revenue from that business. That's another thing. 4, increase the availability of certain services or enhance certain services that are available within that community, making them a little better, enhancing them through competition. Because of competition from her, now persons are going to be able to give you better quality, higher quality. Because if they give you low quality, you say, I don't have to bear this, I'll go with Janice, good to go. But one I didn't mention was the fact that she can attract more business, as I said before, business in the area. So based on her business, it can bring in more business to that area, and inadvertently, your shops and other people in the area, they're gonna get more sales and things like that as the business brings in more and more people and thus business to the area. Because people coming from outside to do business with Janice, they're gonna bring the dollars and they might end up buying stuff from other locals and things like that. So everybody benefits in that regard. All right, so that's basically it for question 1 from the May-June 2016 Principles of Business paper 2. That's it for question 1. We're going to jump into question 2 next video. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. So like, subscribe, you know what to do, and see you next time on the other one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.